Hey guys, so today I'm here with my everyday spring makeup routine, and it is the makeup look that I am currently wearing. I just did this makeup and filmed this whole look, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in clips of me actually doing the makeup, like actually applying it. So I'm going to start out with a bare face, but then I'm also going to sit here and walk you through all of the products that I used because I use a lot of high-end products, and I feel like some of these products people might be curious about. I've got some Charlotte Tilbury products, and I know that's a pretty new line, but it's such an easy, everyday, wearable springtime look. It's very glowy, peachy, bright. I just really like it, and if you like the makeup look that I'm wearing, then keep watching. So the first thing that I did to my face, I actually did off camera, and that was I applied my Too Faced Hangover RX, and this is a makeup primer, but I also like to use it as my moisturizer. It has coconut water, electrolytes, and probiotics in it, so it really refreshes and hydrates your skin and gets it really nice and ready for makeup. And as I said, I can completely replace a moisturizer and just use this, so I really love this primer. And then the other thing that I prepped my skin with before filming was the Origins Ginzing. This is the refreshing eye cream to brighten and depuff, and the eye cream itself is kind of a light peachy shimmery cream, so it really does help brighten the under eyes before you even put any makeup on, and I really like using this in the morning. In this look, to get started, I used the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow, and this is an instant soft focus beauty flash. That's what it's called. And I heard someone say that, you know, this is not a primer, this is actually like skincare because it has ingredients in it that will help your skin, but it does have, I feel like when you first put it on, it almost looks a little bit glittery, so that is something to be wary of, but I just rubbed this all over my face, and it helps give your skin a luminous glow, which will kind of shine through your foundation. I don't know if you can tell or if you think my skin looks glowy in this video, but if you do, then I can attribute some of that glow to this product. The foundation that I went in with after I used that is the Charlotte Tilbury foundation as well. It's the Light Wonder. I have this in the shade 6 Medium, and again, I like to apply this with my fingers. When I'm doing an everyday look, I like to use few brushes as possible, so I really like to use makeup products that I can apply with my hands. So I like to use the Charlotte Tilbury Light Wonder with my hands, and then if I have any redness or blemishes, which I did today, I just like to go in with my Sigma F80 brush, and I'll put a little bit of the foundation on the back of my hand, dip my brush in there, and then just pat the foundation on those areas where I need a little bit more coverage. After my foundation, the next step that I like to do is concealer, and my most everyday, easy to wear type of concealer I think that I have is my Perricone MD No Concealer Concealer. I do love my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, but I feel like it's a little bit heavier than this formula, so I like using this formula kind of more on an everyday basis, especially if I'm wearing like a sheer kind of foundation like the Charlotte Tilbury one. And the neat thing about this concealer also is that it has an SPF, so it's protecting that under eye area from the sun, and of course because it's the springtime, we're all spending a little bit more time outside and it's getting warmer, so having that extra added SPF is nice. And I just put this, like I said, under my eyes and also in any areas where I would like to brighten and or conceal. So on this particular day, I put it on my forehead and a little bit down my nose, as well as a little bit just right here in between my lips, because that is a place I like to highlight, but I also happened to have a blemish there today, so I put it there too. And then right after I apply concealer, like I'm talking immediately afterwards, I like to set that concealer with a powder. Very recently, I've been using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I mean like really recently. I just got this about a week or so ago, but I'm loving two shades in particular, which are the only two shades I've used so far, and those are the shades Levitation and Lyric. They're these two top highlight shades, and I'll take the two of these on my Sigma tapered kabuki brush, and I'll just pat that under my eyes, and then whatever's left over, I won't put any more of that on, but whatever's left over, I'll just take and kind of pat very lightly on like my forehead or the other areas where I put the concealer. So that is how I set my concealer. And I also like to go in and set my foundation because I do have a little bit, I guess, like normal to oily skin. It can get oily throughout the day, and I like to have my foundation last as long as possible, especially because this is the makeup look that I'll typically wear like to work or something. I love, love, love this CoverTox 10 from Physicians Formula. This is the one product in this video that is from the drugstore, and I'm just now noticing that, but it's completely like, it's already, half of it's used up. Like, you can see the silver pan. I don't even want to open it because it is like, the pieces are loose in there, so there's a chance that they could fall out. But I will totally repurchase this. It's a really, really good powder. I don't remember how much it costs, but it's probably like around the $10 mark. And it's called CoverTox 10. It's Wrinkle Therapy Face Powder. So I don't know if maybe it has some sort of added skincare benefits, but I just really like using this all over my face to set my foundation with, and I have it in the shade Translucent Medium. So that's kind of a neat product, and I actually, the way I found out about that product was I saw it on It's Blondie's channel, Casey Holmes. So once I have my perfect canvas or my face all squared away, I move on to my brows. And I'm not really going to go into much detail with my brows here. In fact, I didn't even film me doing my brows on camera because I just very recently filmed a brow routine. So if you want to see how I do them, I use the exact same method in this video today. The two products that I use are the Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil, and I have it in the shade Soft Brunette. And then I also like to set it with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. So once my brows are done, I like to move on to my contour and highlight, or just kind of like my bronzer and my highlight. And for that, I am obsessed with the Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow. I've had this now for a couple of months, and I have already hit pan on the bronze side. I feel like I use way more of the bronzer than I do of the highlighter. The highlighter I use pretty lightly, just on the tops of my cheeks and whatnot, but the bronzer I use pretty generously, and I use it with my Marc Jacobs bronzing brush, and I just kind of start to, initially I kind of just contour it in the hollows of my cheekbones towards the back near my ear, and then I kind of branch out and take it onto my temples and a little bit in my jawline, and then I'll even put a little bit kind of down my neck just to make sure the color is all blended. And then I will take a little fan brush and I put the glow or the highlighter shade just on the tops of my cheekbones, and then if I'm feeling extra glowy like I was today, I put it down the bridge of my nose and on my cupid's bow as well. So I absolutely love the Filmstar Bronze and Glow highlight and contour palette. It just makes it makes your routine so easy. It's such an everyday product, and I highly, highly recommend getting this if you're thinking about maybe like one thing you should try from Charlotte Tilbury. This is a really, really great go-to product, and as you can see, I mean, I use it all the time, so definitely check that out. Next, I'm going to move on to blush, and blush is the one thing that I kind of change out on a daily basis. I kind of try to go for different colors depending on what mood I'm in, but for the spring, I really love a good peachy blush, and I also love, as I've mentioned several times in this video, looking kind of glowy and dewy and healthy, and so the blush that kind of fills both of those things for me is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Blush in the color Dim Infusion. And this blush is a really gorgeous peachy, kind of light orangey peachy blush with a highlighter like veined through it. This dim light ambient lighting powder is veined through the blush color, and so when you add it to your cheeks, it just adds an extra glow and it blends so seamlessly. And I have a ton of these Hourglass Ambient Lighting blushes. I think I might have every single one. I don't know. I have a lot of them, and they're gorgeous, they're amazing. So if you don't like this peachy color, just take a look at them anyway. They have some other gorgeous colors that you might like, but I highly recommend them because the formula of these blushes is amazing, and it's so easy to blend out. You will never look like a clown with these blushes, I can tell you that for sure. Okay, moving on to eyes. For an everyday look, I like to keep this super, super simple. So for this look today, I'm using the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow in the color Rio de Rose Gold. And this is a liquid eyeshadow. It comes with a doe foot applicator kind of sponge, and it is a really pretty metallic rose gold color, and you'll see I just apply it all over my lids with this applicator and then blend it out very easily just with my ring finger, and it's so easy to blend out. It blends out seamlessly. All you have to do is just kind of tap it around the edges. And then to further blend out the look, I go in with Filmstar Bronze and Glow once again when I don't feel like messing with eyeshadows and eyeshadow brushes. Although I do use eyeshadow brushes to apply this, I'm just saying when I don't feel like messing with pulling out eyeshadow and like creating an eyeshadow look, I'll just go back to this palette and I will just use the bronze color in my crease as my transition shade, and then I'll use the highlight in my brow bone and in my inner corner. And if you don't have these Josie Maran like eyeshadows, or if you are kind of wanting to do a similar look or use a similar technique, I would just suggest using any sort of cream eyeshadow. That's what I've been loving lately. Any sort of cream eyeshadow product that you love, you can just put that all over your lid and then blend it out with whatever you've used as your bronzer, and then highlight your brow bone with whatever you've used as your highlighter. And that is such an easy way to go for an everyday look when you don't have a ton of time and you want it to look put together. The next step, which is probably the step that I like hate showing on camera the most because it looks gross, but I tightlined my waterline with the Stila Smudge Stick Waterproof Eyeliner, and this is in the shade Damsel. I feel like this is just kind of like a dark brown, and I feel like it has really great lasting power, so that's pretty much what I want from an eyeliner. And I just put it in my top waterline, and that's it. And then after curling my lashes, I'm going to go in with 3 mascara products, which I know seems excessive, but first of all, the Estee Lauder Little Black Primer. This is a black mascara or lash primer, and I like this because a lot of the other mascara primers that I have are white, and I feel like I'm trying to like cover up the white color with my mascara, but this one's already black, so I feel like it makes the whole mascara application process just a lot faster, and it kind of adds just a really great base layer that helps make your mascara and your lash curl last longer throughout the day. And then I kind of just like to use whatever mascara I'm feeling that day on top of that. One of the mascaras that I do love to use is the one I used today. It's the Dior Show Iconic Overcurl Mascara. This has like a huge fat daddy wand that I love. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell that it's big from this kind of distance. It's just a really, really black mascara, and I feel like with the combination of these two, I just put like 1 or 2 coats of the primer and then 1 or 2 coats of the Dior Show, and I'm like good to go. And normally with other mascaras, I'm like sitting there forever like trying to build it up, but with these, I feel like I don't even have to put that many layers and I'm done. So even though I have to use 2 different products, I feel like it kind of saves time in a weird way. And then every single day, like ever since I first bought this product, which I've now been through like 3 of these already, I use the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara to do my bottom lashes, just because it has such a tiny wand, completely opposite from the giant Dior Show one, but it just has a really tiny wand, so it really helps you get in and define your bottom lashes. Okay, so once my lashes are done, my face is pretty much done except for my lips. And my lip product, again, like my blush, is something that I change up on pretty much a daily basis. And I honestly had kind of a tough time picking through a couple of different lip products today for this look because it's such a neutral eye look, it can really go with anything. But the product that I decided to go with is this YSL, I think it's called a glossy tint. It just says Rouge Pure Couture Vernis à Levres, but I think it is called like a glossy tint. It has like this doe foot applicator, and it goes on wet and then it dries to feel like there's almost nothing on your lips. I really don't know how to explain it. It doesn't dry matte. All of the products do have kind of like a sheen or a shimmer. I think they claim to give your lips like a 3D effect. But this is in the color 102. I think it has like a cuter name, I just can't think of it. And then once I'm done with my lips, I am done. So that is it for my everyday spring makeup look. I hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know what your favorite like everyday springtime makeup products are in the comment section, because I Absolutely love hearing you guys, and I love getting new product recommendations. If you have a blush brush that you love or recommend, let me know about that as well, because I'm in the market for a new blush brush. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would definitely love it if you did subscribe. That would be awesome, and it would mean so much to me. Other than that, if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Go follow me on Instagram. It's at Daniela June. And that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.